one thing that you can notice on the outer layer of him actually is synthetic. It's synthetic. So our women are not being able to have peace in their homes. There's not peace in our family's home because this right here is so coarse that is actually rubbing up against our women, giving them irritation a lot of times and not making them feel good at all. And guess what? It gets taken out on the family, and you will not have peace as long as this situation is going here. So I talked to gynecologists, healthcare professionals, and they let us know that on average, a woman is going to exude 15 to 50 milliliters of flow a day. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to put 50 milliliters in here. 50 milliliters, and he is about to get exposed for what he is. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put 50 milliliters on him to see if he can hold up. 50 milliliters, and this is considered an 8-hour absorbency system in this pad right here. 8-hour absorbency system that this pad is supposed to be able to hold and keep the flow off of the clothing area. But you about to get exposed tonight, buddy. You are about to get exposed tonight. So let me let you in on something. First off, again, I told you the synthetic fibers around here is actually very irritating to our women. They let the Prince of Pads know this a lot because I've talked and I've educated and I've flown around the country and I've talked to gynecologists, healthcare professionals. I've talked to students, women on all different levels, all different ages and colors, and they've let me know that this right here is an uncomfortable experience. And the reason why they keep going through this experience, why they keep staying in this abusive relationship, is because they feel like this is the only option that they have. So let me show you something here. So one thing that's really bad about this guy here is that if you notice close around here, around the area here, this is blue dye. Blue dye. There is no reason for blue dye to be in this pad. There's no reason for blue dye to be in this pad because when blue dye gets wet, now it has a chance to get back into your bloodstream, back into your system. So let's see what that 50 milliliters did, and let's get you and help you out of this abusive relationship. And as you can see already, a fraud. The fraud that he is 100% wet. It's 100% wet. And this is the experience that our women, our young girls are going through on a monthly basis. Now, let me expose this guy for who he really is. Check this out here. I'm going to open him up and let you see for yourself what's actually contained in this guy here that is causing abuse to our women. So as you can see, this blue dye here, this here, pull this back here. Let me show you the blue dye that is being exposed inside of our women. Look at here. Look at here. Blue dye. Look at that blue dye there. This blue dye is getting wet and you know where it's going back to. Now, what, a lot of women have assumed was on the inside of these traditional products here. They have assumed that it was actually, and look at here. You can see the dye. You can see the blue dye come off inside of this absorbency system here. Now, I'm going to pull this absorbency system back. I told you I was going to expose them. Exposed And look at here. This is nothing but recycled paper. Recycled paper. And they have to use a series of chemicals to clean the paper and to put it back into our women and our young girls' pads. And now these chemicals has direct access to our women's bloodstream. We gotta get you ladies out of this abusive relationship. It's no reason for our women and our young girls to get abused like this every single month. They're suffering with the wetness, with the cramping, with the attitudes, the PMS, and it's just wreaking havoc on our women because they have to sit in this recycled trash every single month. Now I'm gonna sit that to the side there. Now, for the last part of this exposure of this abusive relationship, you can see it is 100% plastic. The bad thing about plastic being on our women in these pads is because there is no air, there's no breathability whatsoever. So everything is getting trapped in, and you know that's not good because it becomes a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. And we know bacteria is present because we can actually smell it, and it's causing, you know, some challenges for our women. Now, I'm not just going to keep you in that